I'm gonna probably start carving one that has a face like this where the air goes through and just comes out the mouth. The principle behind that, I brought a little thing to show you guys. Somewhere at this end, we need a place for the air to go in. And we need a little spot here that's gonna split the air. And that's what makes the noise. So that's all the secret is to the mechanism of like making the whistle make sound. So this is pretty short right here. And there's not a lot of volume, and so the sound changes with the pressure. So if there's not a lot of places for the air to go inside, it comes in, part of it hits this little piece and goes up and out, and part of it goes into the whistle. And when the air splits, that gives you the whoop sound. Now, the less place there is in here to hold air, the more pressure you're going to get with air coming out, and so it'll give you a little bit higher sound. You want the air chamber to be small enough that, you know, when you blow, it creates enough pressure that you can keep it up. If you make this too big, you know, you just kind of lose air fast. It's going to get a whoop, and it's gone. What I drew up here is the basic principles behind all of these whistles that I have here, including this guy. They're all working on this very same thing. I've now shaped this, or let's say I've shaped this here. And from the outside, I've now carved in this little thing. Well, when I turn it over, the view we're looking at is this right here, okay? And I've drawn these, I've got dotted lines going everywhere. So this little dotted line comes across right at the base of right here, okay, right here. And over here, where I start hollowing this out, this is the air chamber. And before you hollow it out, you know, your air chamber might go way up into here or something, but you need the air to immediately, once it hits that area where it's going to start splitting and making the noise, it needs an area to be able to drop down into. And so part of it's coming up, and then part of it's going out and creating a back pressure. And when the back pressure and the air coming through start colliding and going up through there, that's kind of giving you your very nice little noise. So the main factors, and this is a very simple thing, you know, but you have to get it right. It's simple, but if you don't do it right, your whistle won't work. So, and then on the hollowing portion, okay, so we have this and the end of your sound chamber are right at the same height. So when they go together, you know, I'm probably overkilling on this, but they blend right up and they meet, and that causes them, you know, to make their little noise. Now, this chamber and this chamber are hollowed out from different areas. Is that a big secret? No, because if you hollowed it out right up here, you would carve a hole where you've carved through here. So I was very dense. I saw all these when they opened up the field. I'm like, God, I wonder why that's like that. I wonder why this is there. You know, there must be a secret. Well, the secret is if you bring it back and start hollowing, you're going to carve through your little spot. So that's all there really is to that. So when I'm determining that distance right here, all I'm doing is I'm looking at where I ended up and where it's going to be thin, and I just move it back a little bit. I make a little mark, and then I know that I'm safe to hollow in that area. But the ones we're focusing on today, because I know we can make them work, is this one. And so all these are on that same principle. Now this one I stopped hollowing it out. It's kind of heavy because of that fact. Because I'd hollow it out and then I put it back on and I'd try it and it was getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And then I thought, oh no, now since I've already taken about as much wood out that I want going in flow, I'm going to lose my lung capacity, not be able to hold the note for very long. And on this one, I just thought, you know, I want to be able to just pull it in and just see how long I can go. So that one I can get a pretty decent note out of. This one, I absolutely cannot. This one takes, you can see the in holes. This one's a louder whistle, gives completely different tones. For me to get all three of them going and up and running at one time, in retrospect, I would have made the air chambers going in less. And that way I probably could have held it. But this one here, you know, and I'm out of air. And that, you know, so there's a big difference. Now this one here, there's not a lot of area I can take out because I really did want this to look like a salmon, and my intentions are to, you know, relief carve and put a salmon on here and finish it up. The air chamber going through here is pretty choked off right now, and so it's giving me a little bit of a muffled sound, but that was good because I wanted to see, I was kicking around the idea of putting another little hole in there and seeing if I could get them both to sound off. I saw several like that. And I can feel it's very choked. So I am definitely going to be opening up that air chamber a little bit, you know, but I take my time. When we're putting our air chambers in and our hollowing, there's a real fine balance of lung capacity and the tone you want and all that. And, you know, I'm still learning what all that is too. So you know what? I mean, getting where those look like ears now. So we can just.
Okay. Should I worry about making the mouthpiece before, or should I just go ahead and haul it out and?
Okay, so what I would do, okay, so you've even got your mark down in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So for you to start, is that it right there? Okay, so I would just start taking this away. And you know what, here's why I drop straight down there. I actually take a straight knife and I'll cut that line straight down, and because that air wants to drop just immediately upon hitting that area. And so I think when there's a slope like this, it slows it down a little bit, and you still get some noise, but you won't get that deep.
It just opens up right away.
You want it to just, yeah. So I would start doing that, and then you know what, and then once you get some of it hollowed out a little bit, it should start making some noise, and then from that point you just start going to adjusting everything. Yeah. It just means his ears are changing a little bit.
Like Bob Ross.
Did you draw through and mark where it ends? Because what you can do now is if you line this up exactly how you like it, and then make a little mark right at the base of your hole there, and then on the inside, once you have that mark there, then we can we can go straight across, and that's where you'll start going straight down.
Okay.
If you were to take this and turn it over on here and set it on top of there and get it lined up just exactly how you want it. So the back of this is like right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then remove that. And yeah, you're right close to on there. So you did a great job of measuring, see? So that's fine. So yeah, just and then from this line to that line, you're doing it right. You can just start going straight down. I just get it out of there because like sometimes for me, I'll take my big flat chisel and I'll just start poking it down in there just so I can get depth because I'm just trying to get that wood removed out of there fast. Oh, let's see. No, you're just not finished. Blow hard now. Okay, I would say now start taking out a little more wood on the inside, leave that as it sits for now, and then let's see what that does to the sound, and then we'll go and we'll just shave a little bit off of that channel, and if that makes the sound better, we'll take a little more, and if it makes it better, we'll take a little more until it sounds like you like. I would say shave a sliver off this little air channel. Let me look inside of there too to see what you have going on in there. But it sounds to me like when you blow softer, it's getting you a tone. I think it's a little starved for air.
Yeah.
So it needs a little more air volume, I think, passing that little spot. The way that thing lines up right there too, that's looking good. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Carve straight down here. Do you have a little straight knife?
Yeah.
If you want to borrow a little one like that too or something. Just cut straight down that edge and let's just shave a little more out of there. Okay, so this definitely needs to go to the sanding block. Let's sand it next because we've had some air leakage out the sides. And I think once you do that, that's also going to make your air chamber here a little bit smaller, but that's okay. We'll see how it sounds. And then if we need to, we can take it out to the sanding block, put it on there nice and flat, make sure all the surfaces are touching, and just get it going back and forth, and sometimes turn the same piece around.
Okay.
And then just...
Do I need to worry about this piece?
Nope. Just put them both on there and give it a good sanding, and then bring it back and we'll see what happens.
Okey-dokey.
Make sure that you don't get it tipped up or rolled up, that it's and then turn it the other direction, and then it's getting there. It's getting there.
This is still not.
Yeah, and so we'll do that to both sides, and then we can flip it over. This is the coarser side. It'll get it down quicker, but you got some aerobic activity
All right.
to do here. And that's not even clamped, so pretty good. Now you could hollow this out more, and that wouldn't hurt anything at all. Oh no, I think I wrecked your whistle.
Probably so.
Give that a try and see if that sounds if it sounds any different. Well, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, that's better than it's been.
Getting close, right? A little softer. Okay, so you, how does the resistance feel?
There's none right now. I mean, it just, it's real light load. It works.
You could definitely take a little more out of here. I would shave a little bit out of there. Let's try it again, and if it sounds better and easier, then that's good, and then we'll go to getting this stuff out of here, yeah. By shaving a little more out, if you go, oh yeah, it's getting ready to go, then you know we're on the right track there. I think just a little bit.
This is very scary for me. I just watched you.
That little flat palm gouge, was that working for you? Oh. You got something that does.
Yeah.
Did that
That's
help?
Yeah, that completely. So it makes me wonder if I shouldn't
Take some more out of here and then,
sandpaper too, so it closes up better.
yeah, and then we'll take it to that sanding board.
Okay.
So you're getting close.
Yeah.
You could probably take
Take a
one
little
more
more?
little pass
Okay.
and then let's try it again.
All right.
Now this is the point where you're just refining. And what was the adjustment there?
I open up the hole a bit
A
more.
little bit more?
Yeah, I think I might even go a bit more.
You know what? Yeah. That helped.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a sliver back again. Okay, let's try to with some fine sandpaper just to
Get it a bit
from
more.
the upper edge, just kind of sand it down through the hole, just to
Oh,
make
okay.
any less little fuzzy. Run that down real softly and see.
Yeah, I really don't know what else is left to do, other than...
Let's pop this open. Let's try this. Instead of going with it flat down there,
Curve it a bit.
take your little gouge and maybe give it a little bit of a half
Okay.
moon, and that'll also kind of give it a little bit of this. And let's just see.
Sure.
You know.
John came in this morning and had said he had a thought last night, so I took a little bit out above the channel on the hole side to redirect the air a little bit higher toward the, what I guess is the built-in reed for this. And I might have taken a little too much out of the hole itself, but this redirect definitely helped improve the sound. So I know in the future, rather than making the hole bigger, we can just make that channel a little different angle in it. That's about the best it sounded.
Sounds good.
Yeah.